Hi, I'm Kate the Hair Fairy, and this video and my next one are going to teach you two different types of flat iron curls. One is going to be the traditional vertical flat iron curl. The other one is going to be a horizontal flat iron curl. Difference is going to be, do you want it to have your curls going all the way up, or do you want to have a little bit more of a bounce going into a little bit of a curl in the end? On my lovely mannequin right here, I'm going to show you how to do a horizontal flat iron curl. I'm going to part the hair, and usually I start at the bottom of the ear to the middle of the ear. Make sure you brush through the hair, easy to go. So for this bottom section, if I was doing the full head, I'd split it in half and then split it into either two sections, or depends upon density, split it into four. But I'm working with half the head, so I'm going to take two sections. Typically, curls are popular going away from the face right now. So if we're doing a horizontal curl, we have to decide when we put it in here, what side the ends of the hair is going to go on. So if I do a horizontal curl, I'm going to hold the flat iron horizontally, put it in, turn 180 degrees, and I want this curl to go away from the face. So I'm going to pull this hair up and flip it towards the face to get it to go away with everything. Some of the big secrets with the flat iron curl is you don't want to death grip it. You want to hold it pretty light, pretty loose, almost so you can see through those plates with everything. Ignore the hair color on my fingers. Almost you can see through those. And usually I'll hold my finger right at the edge of those plates to help make sure that the hair stays on those heat plates too. When you have a flat iron, it does help if it's a rounded shape, because that is going to be what puts that curl pattern in the hair too. And a flat iron curl, essentially you put it in 180 degrees and then you just slowly glide through the hair. The faster you go, the looser the curl. Slower you go, the tighter the curl. Okay, so we're going to put it in horizontally to 180 degrees and then pull these ends up and make sure that they're going towards the face here, and just slowly glide through the hair, not death gripping it. I am using my other hand to kind of just hold the flat iron in place. Here we go with that. And then just kind of twist it. And you can see with doing it horizontally, it kind of relaxes this front part a little bit more. So let's try it again. Put it in 180 degrees. Make sure those ends are kicked one way or the other, whichever direction you want them to go. Right now they're going towards the face, so then that way it pushes the curl away from the face. The faster you go, the looser the curl. The slower you go, the tighter the curl. So you can use your other hand to kind of guide the hair. There you go with that. Gorgeous. Next section. So we kind of start off bottom to middle of the ear. Now we're going to go to the top of the ear. And she does have some extensions in her hair, in case you can't tell. In case you're wondering what that is, she's my extension model. With this, I'm going to split her into three different sections. So I'm working on half the head, three different sections. If I was working on the full head, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To make sure you get heat the whole way through the section of hair, you don't want to make it thicker than what the width of your flat iron is. So this is a 1 inch. I don't want to take a section of hair that's going to be bigger than 1 inch coming off the scalp. So we're going to put it in 180 degrees horizontally. Make sure that hair gets kicked up towards the face, coming and down and sliding it through the hair very gently. I'm using my other hand to kind of steady it. Make sure you can see everything. And then I like to just kind of direct it with my fingers on the direction I want it to go when I'm all done. There we go with that. Put it in 180 degrees. I like to usually go a little bit slower unless I'm tired or it's the end of the night. Away from the face. And again, doing it horizontally, you can see where it just kind of loosens it to give it a little bit more bounce as opposed to a curl, and then gets that curl at the end. Put it in 180 degrees. And if you get a curl that you don't like this little guy here tended to fall off the plate, we want to make sure that that is cool before redoing it. And if it's just the ends, you can just take these ends up and just get those real quick. Next section is going to be about the parietal, or where the head starts to curve, called the parietal ridge. So with this sectioning, I've got a lot of hair in this particular section, and density always dictates. I'm going to brush through it, make sure it's easy to glide through. I'm going to take this and split it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is a perfect example where it fell off the heat plate just a little bit, or I feel like that curl got a little too stretched out there. I'm going to let this cool and then come back to it. I'm kind of using my other hand to help hold that length just so you can see it on camera. I'm going to come back and redo these 2 curls. That one looks better. Let's redo this. And let's actually split this one in half because it just has a lot of hair in there. The last section up at the top, because this is bigger than that 1-inch density, I'm going to take it and split it in half. So it's kind of at the bottom of the parietal where the head starts to curve, and then at the top of the parietal where the head starts to curve. So I kind of took that curve of the head, bottom, top. And this is true mannequin hair, no extensions up here. I'm going to take this and split it into 1, 2, 3. What a beautiful curl that is. Nice and loose at the top, nice tight curl at the bottom. That's what doing it horizontally will give you for that curl pattern. Last section from the top, I'm going to split 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're just going to loosely run some fingers through. Light little brushing, kind of blend everything together. And this is a horizontal flat iron curl. Got some nice loose bend up at the top, curl at the bottom. What do you think?